Hello there guys and girls, this is the Prussian Prince with another Total War Attila tournament match, and this is Beta Flash tournament number 91, round of 8, match between Pop517 of Sacred Band and Orgetorix of Agartha clan. We have, again, it's another best of 1. Pop517 is playing as the Saxons, whereas Orgetorix is in command of the Ostrogoths. So, time to put it in slow motion and go over the builds. The Ostrogoths, they have Germanic Nobles General with Brace. Then we see up front 4, make that 3 Germanic Archers and 2 Germanic Hurlers, 1 Germanic Spearman. And in terms of cavalry, 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the right, 2 Noble Germanic Horsemen on the left. Looks like they all have Bronze 1 upgrades. As for the infantry contingent, a Thracian Oathsworn Bronze 1 with a Gothic Warband on the left. Looks like a Thracian Oathsworn with a Gothic Warband on the right. And in the center, we actually see 2 Gothic Warband with the Gothic Volksmen unit. And these 2 Germanic Lancers. Okay. Definitely an interesting composition here for the Ostrogoths. Now the Saxons. Let's see. Nordic Warlord General, Bronze 1 with Brace. We see 2 Nordic Axe Warriors on each flank. Looks like a Bronze Chevron on this one. 3 Nordic Horse Lords, I imagine, on each flank, is it? Actually, no. 4 Nordic Horse Lords on the left. Bronze 1, and then on the right flank looks like 4 Heroic Cavalry, Bronze 1, so definitely an extremely strong cav contingent for the Saxons here. Then we do have 4 Nordic Hurlers up front, supported by 2 Nordic Pikemen, so definitely an interesting composition here, this one brought by the Saxons. I think it is very potent. Like, he has 8 very strong cavalry units, which will just do a lot of damage to the Ostrogoths here. But he's going to take a lot of casualties because he's going to get fired at by these Germanic archers. And wow, look at these Germanic spearmen just trying to be very annoying in the melee to those hurlers. These 4 hurlers can't really do too much here, but look at the Germanic archers. They're targeting and doing damage to these heroic cavalry, but again, not using, they're not actually using flaming shots, so that is once more a mistake. Looks like now the Germanic archers are gonna get targeted by Nordic hurlers, so they should be taking a lot of damage. And as you can see here, wow, look at these units just piling in the slingshots and doing a lot of damage to these Germanic archers, which is very important because if these Germanic archers die, this means the Saxons will be able to do a lot of damage with their heroic and Nordic horse lords, basically. And they have to, because if these units get charges in properly, and honestly they should, because let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 cavalry units only for the Ostrogoths, whereas we have 8 cavalry units for the Saxons. So basically, theoretically speaking at least, there's going to be at least 2 cavalry units free for the Saxons to break through, right? That is something to keep in mind. I mean, they will be unchecked by other cavalry units of Ostrogoths, because they only have 6, so 2 of them will be free to charge whatever units they want. Most likely it's going to be the Gothic Warband or the Thracian Oathsworns even. Charging into the Thracian Oathsworns would be even better, because these guys are much more expensive and better than the Gothic Warband, of course, so definitely we want to do that. Nordic Pikes here fighting against the Germanic Spearmen. This is an interesting engagement. But honestly, at this point, the Nordic Hurlers are still trying to kill those Germanic archers, but having a rough time. These Germanic Hurlers are gonna go down, though. So I think so far,
The men are broken and running for their lives.
not a very bad engagement for the Saxons, because if they can get rid of, again, if they can kill the Germanic archers and Germanic hurlers, I think they're gonna be in a good spot, because then the cavalry can just mop up everything. Mostly, because the Saxons don't need the hurlers against, say, against cavalry or against swords, really, so something to keep in mind. Looks like the pikes here got routed off the field by Germanic spearmasters. Not spearmasters, but spearmen. Now this unit, though, is open to getting charged, but the heroic cavalry actually wasting javelin shots, though. That is quite important, because wasting javelin shots like that means that the unit is not going to be as effective against cavalry. It looks like the Nordic hurlers here almost got charged by Germanic lancers. But nice pullback by the Ostrogoths here, because had they committed to the hurlers, heroic cavalry would have come up and destroyed them completely. But looks like now they're going to try and get a charge onto those units. But they really should be just trying to charge these Nordic axe warriors. I don't know why they're charging the cavalry, because getting the charges off onto the Nordic axe warriors is much more important. But looks like the charge is still doing some damage. And now they're going to get charged over here. This Nordic hurler totally out of position here. It's just going to die. And the axe warriors here got charged. These Germanic archers are going to get charged by heroic cavalry. So that is something to keep in mind. But that means the Gothic warband are close by here, as are the Nordic axe warriors. So looks like it's going to be an interesting engagement for sure. But I think that this engagement here is just not going very well for the Ostrogoths, because I mean, it's going fine because they've got the Thracian Oathsworns here and killing off the heroic cavalry and the Nordic pikemen here. More cavalry is still available to them. This engagement also going fine because Gothic warband are here. Oh, this Germanic noble totally out of position, could get charged, but looks like it's not going to get charged by the heroic cavalry. Ooh, it looks like this noble Germanic horseman engaging a Nordic warlord, and in melee, prolonged melee, it's not going to do so well. More heroic cavalry just sitting around here, not really doing anything. This Nordic horse lord is just going around far too long. It should have just attacked ages ago. I mean, there's just extra cavalry units for the Saxons that are unable to find the proper positions, and they cannot actually do the damage that they need to do right now, which is a huge problem for the Saxons. It looks like this flank is going to start routing for the Saxons. This flank, two Germanic nobles activating steady here, and we have some Gothic warband support as well. The right flank not looking great for the Ostrogoths, but that being said, noble Germanic horsemen will hold here, as there is also another cavalry unit for the Ostrogoths, this noble Germanic horseman. So yeah, this flank completely routed for the Saxons, and at this point it's looking very good for the Ostrogoths, despite the Saxons having an extra cavalry unit that they could have definitely used very, very well here, but they were just unable to, and that's, I mean, it's going to lead them to a loss, I think, the way this game is going. Nordic axe warrior is still around, but they're just going to get charged by noble Germanic horsemen. So something to, again, keep in mind. Looks like, yeah, another charge here by the Gothic warband into the Nordic axe warriors, just doing significant damage. Nordic warlord now is engaged here, and general might actually die. Nordic axe warriors routed off the field. This flank not looking great for the Ostrogoths, but just a Nordic horse lord and a Nordic axe warrior, which can do a lot of damage. But ooh, actually, there's still some units left for the Saxons, but if the general dies, which looks like might be the case here, it could be really bad for the Saxons. And indeed, he is dead. Now these axe warriors might start chain routing, but still, ooh, this is important. Nordic horse lords chain routed over here with like over 20 men. And the Germanic noble is engaged, but horse lords, I don't think they got the best charge off, it seems. Here, though, they're crushing through the Gothic warband, but here they're actually going to get swarmed by too many infantry units. So at this point, I'm not sure what this Nordic pike is doing, But yeah, just all these units wavering for the Saxons. I mean, losing the general was just very important and probably will end up costing them the game here. So these Axe Warriors over here, the final infantry unit for the Nordics, they've done quite well for themselves, but now they're just gonna get completely charged and crushed. Looks like they are routing off the field. They do not like the situation they are in. The cavalry might start routing as well anytime now. But they are not routing yet. So finally, that is game. Looks like Orgetorix is going to advance to semifinals of this Beta Flash tournament. Again, very, very interesting build that Orgetorix brought here, and quite strong, I should say. As for Pop517, I honestly thought his build was even stronger than the one brought by Orgetorix, so I thought he would have won this, but he didn't use his extra infantry units properly, I think. But yeah, that is the game, so hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. Share the video. I shall see you next time.